Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over A to Z how I'm building my stores to get conversion rates just like this. I'm going to be going over the different apps I use, how I'm picking my product names, my brand names, and the different headlines and text and stuff like that. Now obviously you see an 8% conversion rate and you think that's pretty insane, but obviously that's not sustainable. So if we look at it on a longer time frame, it's still around 5.5%. There's a lot that goes into a really high conversion rate like this, and there's a lot of different things that don't actually relate to the store. Stay to the end of the video and I'll explain how you can improve yours and really just get a better conversion rate, because building a store is one of the most important parts. Now if you haven't seen, I do have a Discord channel. It's completely free to join, by the way, so anyone can join it, and it is a great community. We recently hit 1,000 members, and last Saturday we had a free AMA and someone came on and they just gave us tons of free value. He's done millions in e-commerce and he just came on for free for an hour and a half. So if you want to watch that recording, just join the Discord, go to recordings, and you can listen to it. So yeah, the link to this Discord will be in the description. It's completely free, and this Saturday we have another AMA completely free to join with a Facebook ad expert. He has spent hundreds of thousands on ads and he runs his own agency. So yeah, you want to be there this weekend. So it's Saturday at 10 PM GMT. Details will be in the Discord, so go ahead, join the Discord, and I'll see you on Saturday. So first up, obviously I need a product to pick. And I just came across this one on Facebook ad library, and it looks pretty good. It's just this like dog tug rope, and I thought it was perfect for the sake of this video because you can see they're scaling their ads. They've been running them since the 21st. It's the 26th today, so they wouldn't be running if they're not profitable. So today we're going to build this store for this product. Now if you look at their website, it's a pretty simple website. It's a low order value product, but that's kind of good if you're a beginner. And you can see here they got this sort of stuff. It's very basic. But you know what? Basic works. You don't need to overcomplicate your website, but there is a lot to improve on. This video right here is just straight from Vimeo. It just doesn't look good. Their logo is okay, but you know, we can definitely improve on this. The first thing we're going to do is we need some different market research. So I came up with the names for this product, which is Fetch Pro, Tugger Pup, Woof Warrior, Puppy Play Pro, and Pup Flex Pro. Now Pup Flex Pro is my favorite so far. So I think we'll go with that one. This literally took me 10 minutes to do. And if you look at the main selling points, so if you want to think about this product, we need to go off marketing angles that we can use for different types of people. So the main one that they talk about on their website is teething puppies, which is a great marketing angle because, you know, puppies are always biting stuff, biting furniture, different things, and they're cute, so they're really good for creatives. So yeah, that is one that I went with. The other one was hands-free entertainment. So, you know, like, if you're a dog owner, your dogs can be quite needy. They always want to play. Now with this product, you can just like give the dog the thing. It connects to the floor and they can go ahead and play with it for as long as they want. And the other one is exercise and separation anxiety. So if there's like a parent of a dog, I don't know if that's a thing, and they're very busy, they're not going to have time to be home all the time. So the dog might get separation anxiety. It might be lonely at home, and they can give this product and it will cure it or whatever. And the other one, of course, is exercise. And there was one other I thought of, which is like dental hygiene, but that's kind of like an alternate one. We can put that in somewhere, but these are the main three I'm going to be focusing on. And the main target markets for these three selling points: dog puppy owners, people who aren't home very often, and people who are busy and don't have time or have dogs that get bored easily. Now, these, I literally just came up with these. I just thought them up. It's really simple to do. I always go off three marketing angles because I usually structure it headline, text, image, headline, text, image, headline, text, image, and I just use the three selling points there. And you might think that's very simple, but trust me, that is just what works. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into Shopify, and I'm going to take you to a store I've made. So the first thing we need to do is pick a name, which I'm going to go with the Dog Flex Pro. I think that's just the best one. And then in terms of price, I think they're selling theirs for $29.99, so we'll go with that and put this at $59.99, so it's 50% off. And you might see it says CJ Dropshipping. I do use CJ sometimes. If I'm just testing a product out, I won't like bother my supplier with fulfilling like a couple orders. CJ are really good. I've used them. I've done over 100k with CJ, and then I got a private agent. If you want to use CJ Dropshipping, I highly recommend them. I'll put a link in the description for you. So now we've got the name, we got the price, we got all that stuff set up. So now we need images. And I'm going to show you a website right now. Now, this is for educational purposes only. I do not recommend you do this. But if you wanted to get images just directly off the website your competitor is, then you can go to this website here. You just put in the link, press extract, and it will get all the images from their website. And then you can go ahead and download them and upload them. Now I'm not going to be publishing this store. This is purely just to show you guys, and I didn't want to go through the hassle of finding other images. So that's just what I'm going to do today. Again, I'm not recommending anyone does this. So we're just going to go here. We're going to download this, and it seems they've only got a couple images here. So we'll download this one, and this one, and then we're just going to go to Shopify and upload these. So now we've got our product images in, and it looks like there's 2 variants for this product. We can go ahead and create variants right here. Okay, so now we've got our variants in place, and I'm just going to add the variant images in, just like this. Very simple. And then that is pretty much it. That's all you need for the product, and it's basically pretty simple. Unless you're using like CJ or someone like that, then you need to list the product on CJ, or you can link it. I don't know. You can do it either way. This is just the way I do it because my private suppliers just link straight up. Now the first app I use is called Kitson bundles, just because it's really easy to just add order value, and especially for this product, you know, with dogs, they usually have like 2 or 3, so we can go ahead and we can take advantage of that. So the way I set this up is pretty simple, just 1 for 30, 2 for 50, and then 3. I do $20 off, which would be 70. So we'll go $69.99, and then we'll go save $20, and that is pretty much it. Now in terms of this stuff, I'm just going to go ahead and pick a random sort of, I think we'll go with blue, like a nice blue. I think that looks good. And then we'll just go ahead and go title, make that blue, make the price, actually we'll leave the prices, and then label, we'll change the label to blue as well, and then we'll change the label text to white. And yeah, that looks good to me. So that is the first app down. Now we can just go ahead and go to the website and take a look at what we're working with. So we're now into the website. I literally just picked the Dawn theme just because it's easy, and we're going to go ahead and create a logo. So we're just going to go into Canva, type in dog, and see what comes up. Maybe we'll go with dog toy. Let's have a look. Anything looking good here? I'm not really liking any of this so far. Maybe we'll try just dog, see what comes up. So for just dog, Corgi might be a good one just based off the fact it's a smaller dog. I actually really like this one, and it's got the blue background already. So we could, if we wanted to, go dog flex pro, or we can just leave it. Actually, I really like the way that looks. So we're going to go ahead, change this background to white, and I'm just going to resize it to 250, I imagine, just so that we can get a bit more space and the logo is a bit bigger. So we just want to make this bigger just so it looks better on the store. Like a bigger brand image, I think, in my opinion, just looks better. Let's go ahead, download this, and then we're just going to go to logos here, select image, and we're just going to upload this logo. Now it's uploaded, we want to put the desktop width on the maximum, and we're always going for the mobile view. Okay, so now we're in the store. Let's have a look here, and this looks pretty shit. So first of all, we can just go ahead and get rid of this text right here. So we don't want that. And then tax included, we also don't want that. So what we're going to do is edit the default theme content, and we're just going to type in tax and try and find tax included, because we just don't want it there. Here we go. So tax included. Oh, that's on the, okay. So you just want to go ahead and delete that text because the tax is always included, and yeah, it just takes up space that we don't want. So we'll go ahead and save that, and then we're going to go here, app embeds, turn on Kitson bundles, and then that is going to give us a much nicer view. Yeah, that looks better already. Now we want to make sure that we're using the same color here. Now I've already forgotten what the color was, so I'm just going to use a color picker, find out what color it is, and then we're going to change the accent colors to match that. So if we go scheme 1, we want the solid button background to be that, and outline of the buttons to also be that color. And yeah, now we're looking much better. Now I want to change the color of this as well, but it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to. So what you can also do is, in the default theme content, is you can go on sale, and you can just change that to 50% off, because in my opinion it just looks a lot better. So we're going to go ahead and go 50% off. Now we have gotten lucky. I actually don't know how to change this little bit here. Maybe someone does, I don't know. We'll just have a look here. Solid button label. It says white, but who knows? It doesn't really matter too much. So yeah, now we're in the store, everything's looking good. Get rid of that as well, we don't want that. We're just trying to get rid of clunk, just general space that we don't want. And then in terms of typography, I hate the ones Shopify just has in there. I almost always use pop-ins just because in my opinion, it looks significantly better and suits most stores that I'm building. I just think it looks the best. So we'll go ahead, pop-ins already looking much nicer. And we've got our images here. I'm not going to go ahead and make loads of images just because I don't think it's necessary. Now in terms of announcement bar, we'll go ahead and change that. And we're going to probably change it to something along the lines of limited time sale, 50% off. Actually, I don't know. You can play around with this. Personally, that's not been working too much for me. I would go with something along the lines of summer sale is ending soon, because summer's pretty much over now. So if anyone sees this, they're going to realize that, okay, the summer sale is actually ending. So they need to get on it, and then we'll go ahead. Now we need to create another sort of scheme. So the background, we're going to make this our color here, and then we can go ahead and change the color to that scheme. There we go. And we also want to change the color, the text color, to white, just so it fits perfect. And then we will also go ahead and change the text. Oh shit. We will also go ahead and change the text to bold. And we'll just change that to 50% off. Perfect. Okay, this is looking better already. Now I like to kind of build it downwards just because I find it easier. And then now we're going to get into the good stuff. This is basically get rid of that. And now we're going to add a section, and it's just going to be, what are we going to choose? So sometimes I go with multi-columns, multi-rows. There's different things you can use. Multi-rows are really good actually. Just keeps it very simple, very clean, and takes a lot less time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back here, and I'm going to find that GIF they had. So download that. And it's only 3 megabytes. Now I usually compress my GIFs to make them smaller to increase loading times, but this one's already quite small, so it doesn't really matter. And that has downloaded. So then we're going to go ahead, go into here, select the image, and upload our GIF. Now the GIF's uploaded, and the reason I like to use GIFs is just they give a much better representation of the actual product and how it will help the person. And you can see the dog here, it's having a great time. It's a cute little video, so I just really like it. And then this is the kind of thing where it starts getting kind of important, because we want to imagine what the first thing, are they going to read? Are they going to watch? What is the first thing we want to go for? And I usually go for a rich text right at the top. And we're going to go ahead, get rid of the button label. And then this is where we start doing the copywriting, which is the important side of things. Go here and we have a look, right? What is the best selling point? I would say exercise and separation anxiety is the most common one, and it's the most emotional one. So that's the one we're going to put up first. Now I'm just going to think of a few different headlines we can use for this. So what I went with in the end is Pup Flex Pro keeps your dog happily engaged. Now we can kind of, I'm actually not going to put the name. I thought that'd be a good idea. So we'll just go with keep your dog happily engaged. We could probably play around with that, but that's just what I'm going to go with for now. Again, I'm just going to give a very brief overview of how I build this, otherwise we'll be here forever. Usually my stores take about 3 hours, and most of it is just tinkering around with tiny little things like that. So then we're going to go ahead and make some text for this. So this is the general sort of thing I write, which is just like, it's just really general text. If you'll get better at copywriting is a skill, and you can use like AI to help you with it if you want. But this is the basics of it. Your dog's new best friend, our innovative toy provides engaging, independent play. Talks about anxiety, all that sort of stuff. So that is our first one, and that is our first GIF. And then we're going to go ahead and get into these multi-rows. And I'm basically just going to do the same thing for each of these selling points. Just pick a nice headline, write some nice text for it, put in a nice image, and that is pretty much it. So it doesn't actually look like they have any more images we can use. They just have GIFs. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just have a quick look on AliExpress to see if there are any images we can use for this product. So what is it called? We'll just type in primal suction tug toy and paste that in, see if anything comes up. And here we go, we got some images here, so we can go ahead and just use that image and upload that. There's also a video here. I haven't actually looked at this video. Let's see what it's like. So you can go ahead, if you wanted to, you can just use this video. There's There's actually a lot of good content on here, and corgis might actually be a really good target market, because I know that corgis are very like the owners of corgis, they're very attached to the corgi. I don't know why, I just like know that, but yeah, that's just what I've noticed. So then we can go ahead, and what I'm going to do is just resize this just so we can make sure all the images look good when we upload them. And the tool I just used to download those images is called Ali Hunter. I'll put a link in the description. Really good tool, I highly recommend it. We can get all these images from AliExpress without any real hassle. And then what I'm doing is just putting them in Canva just to see what they look like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's quite simple. I usually look through maybe 10 different types of usually I'll look through like 10 different AliExpress listings to find the best images possible, and that's pretty much how I do it. And then this image is a little bit boring, so what I'm going to do is just like make this look a little bit better. So we'll just go adjust, and might add some tint maybe. Actually, no, I won't do that. I'll add some brightness just to make it look a bit nicer. Obviously, this isn't just the best image ever. I'm not going to go ahead and waste loads of time finding the best images, just because that would take forever, and I'm not going to publish this store now that I'm uploading it to YouTube. So you always want to do JPEG just because they're quicker download speeds, and they also are quicker for general sort of loading speeds as well. So loading speeds are a big factor as to why people just bounce off your store, which is your bounce rate. And you can see it's already starting to take shape. I changed the headline, I've added some text here, and yeah, it's just looking good. So next we're going to go through the rest of the store. I'm going to add a few more images in, finish off the other headlines, and then we'll get into some of the other apps I use and how I would kind of optimize this a little bit more, make it look a little bit better. Because at the minute it's a little bit dull. That is perfect, that one there. Now the main bit of the store is done. I've got my text, I've got my headlines, and we're hitting these three sort of angles. And you can see that the images kind of line up with the headlines. So perfect for puppies, and I've got an image of a puppy I literally just found on AliExpress. And then I usually close this off with a call to action. So what are you waiting for? And then we'll just pick a nice little bit of text. So we'll go with jump into playtime fun. So we want, basically for this call to action, we want to think of who the ideal customer is. And we did make a bit of notes on that. So we want to go for these people here, right? Because those are the main ones. So if I was going to write something for that, I would go, don't leave your dog at home. Dogs left at home are 3 times more likely with nothing to do, are 3 times more likely to cause dangerous behavior. Shop Pup Flex Pro today and save 50% off as a welcome discount. Now obviously none of that is true, right? I have no idea if that's true, and I wouldn't put that in. I would go and do my research and make sure that is true, but I imagine it probably is. And then underneath we'll put sale ends today. Actually we'll go tonight because it's a little bit more trustworthy, and then we'll just go with that. And we'll paste that into our website. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now what we want to do as well is, you can see I've bolded some of the text here, and that's just to kind of highlight the different things. So what we want to do is we want to do the same thing for this text here. So just pick the best words. So we're going to go with mentally stimulated, anxiety, engaging, independent, and alleviate. And then we'll go for this one here. We'll go with happiness. We'll go with entertained, focus, boredom, anxiety, interactive. And we'll go to this next one here. We'll go with soothing, durable, healthy. We'll go playtime joy. And then for this one here, we'll go with 3 times more likely dangerous behavior, 50% off. Now the store's looking much nicer. It's looking a bit more pleasing to the eye, but there's something I still don't like about it, and I think it's just the white. I just don't really like what the white looks like. So I'm going to change the background to maybe like a slightly more creamy sort of color. Maybe this one here. Yeah, that looks much better. A slightly off white which I just think makes it just pop a lot more. And in my opinion, it just looks a lot better. So there we go. That is the main bit of the store done. Now, this didn't take me very long. This took me about 10-15 minutes. And honestly, this is not my best work. But this is the kind of idea. It's just kind of headline text image, going off 3 different angles, 3 different marketing points. And you can use those same marketing points in your ad creatives and stuff like that. So it all kind of blends together. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some reviews at the bottom. I've realized that I've called it Pup Flex Pro, but this is Dog Flex Pro. So just bear with me on that, okay? So in terms of reviews, the main apps I use are Judge Me Reviews and AliExpress Reviews. I also use Looks, but on this store, I currently have products live. So the main app I use for reviews is Looks Reviews. It's really good. I think it just makes everything look really nice. So we're going to go ahead and import some reviews. And we can do that just by dragging this up here. So then all we want to do is just find people that are selling this. So this one has 182 orders, so 30 reviews. So we just go ahead and import to our product, and we'll go 4 stars and up, and preview and import. And then we're just going to go ahead and import these. Now, ideally, we will have product image reviews, and there are different things you can do to do that. So Judge Me Reviews actually allows you to edit the images, and I will show you what I mean for that. So these reviews right here, this is for a product I was running, but it didn't do very well, so I'm not running it anymore. But if you wanted to, right, and again, this is just educational purposes. I'm not saying I do this, I'm not saying anyone should do this, but if you wanted to get good reviews, you can go ahead, just screenshot these like this in Judge Me Reviews and upload them. And there you go. And that is now an image review. And then you can export these to Looks Reviews, and then bang, you've got image reviews. Very simple. Again, that is for educational purposes only. I'm not condoning that. So if we go back and have a look at the store here, we now have reviews. We've got our text. We've got our name. It should be Pup Flex Pro, but it doesn't really matter for these purposes. And then going down, stress-free, happily engaged. Now, I think just makes it look so much nicer. Ka-ching bundles, they are really the best. And then just general images, our logo right here. And then so now we've got the reviews, we've got everything done pretty much. Just left would be the checkout and stuff like that. But, you know, that's pretty self-explanatory. You just upload your logo. And then in terms of shipping settings, I would just go 7 to 14 days and maybe add another option as like priority processing or something like that. That is what I do. But now you can see the store is basically done, and that is very simple. Now, imagery is one of the most important parts, and also social proof. So what you could do if you wanted is get like a slider app of reviews to show that more reviews, because this down here, people don't really trust these anymore. So if you want to add in some different review apps, I'd highly recommend you do so. It will probably increase your conversion rate. Testimonials, stuff like that is really, really important. But I would say the most important thing is imagery. If you have low quality imagery, instantly no one's going to trust you. So these guys here, they've got some fake branded box, but it's really trustworthy, and they're probably doing quite well. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is how I build my stores. That is how I do my copywriting. It's just simple. And the main thing I want to focus on, which is why you're probably watching this video if you have a low conversion rate, and the reason you probably have a low conversion rate is because of the product you're choosing. I would say it's more rare that it's because of your actual store. Building a store is not hard, where it might be, but as you can see, this is how I build my stores. It's fairly simple. There's nothing special going on. It's about the product. If you're picking good products people want, they will just buy them. It doesn't matter what your website looks like. To a degree, of course, you can optimize it, make it look better, and that will increase your conversion rate. But if you have a product people really want, they will just buy it. You don't need all this extra stuff. And I was exactly in your shoes, messing around with different settings that just don't matter. And you think it's making a difference. Trust me, it's not. It's just about the product. If you have a product people want, they will just buy it. I had a store that the one I scaled up to 15K per day followed this exact layout. It was on this exact theme. Pretty much everything was the same. I can't remember if there was anything different. I think I had an extra app down here, which was like another checkout bar. Who knows if people used it? I don't know. And that store had like a 4% conversion rate on 60K plus in sales. And I'll quickly show you that. So this store right here, which has got a 2.9% conversion rate. Now that's not the highest, 2.9%, that's pretty good, but it's not crazy high. And the reason for that is because I was just using an average theme like that one. And I didn't put a lot of work into it, but it just works. If you have a product people really want, they will just buy it. You don't need all this fancy shit. Now you can get the fancy stores if you want to. So the bottom line is, if you want to increase your conversion rate, pick products people really want. This is not difficult stuff right here. Now I imagine you thought I was going to have some crazy store building strategy with, all these fancy different apps. The truth is, I don't. It is very simple. It is Judge Me, it is Ka-Ching, it is Looks Reviews, it is the Dawn theme and Canva. That is it. The main difference between my stores and your stores is what we're selling. You're most likely selling a product that has already been used. Everyone's either bought it or they hate it or the product's just not good. And, it doesn't matter how good your ads are, they just won't buy it. They might be interested, but they're not going to go ahead and buy it. Now, the difference between my products are kind of new to the market. They're interesting products. They're good products. So it doesn't really matter what my store looks like. As long as my store works, they can actually buy the product, the shipping times aren't too bad, then that is why I have a high conversion rate. I would say it is almost 70% down to the product, 20% down, and the rest is the store. Now, that is not to say that you should build a bad store and not put any effort into this. I could make this store look a lot better if I wanted to, but this is the main bit of it. The other stuff is just very intricate, doesn't actually do a whole lot. This is the main build. I would not recommend that you would go and build this exact store right now. I don't think that would be a good idea because it's not finished. There's other stuff that needs to go into it. And there's all these different sections you can use, and there's different things that you can add, different apps you can use. I'd recommend you go and do your research. Watch other videos about the best apps to use. I'm not going to make a video like that because I literally only use 3 apps. But if you want to get that slight edge on other people that have watched this video, I'd recommend doing that. I don't have any videos. I don't have any to recommend. Just go and do your research. But collapsible content, that's a good one. Contact forms. So you're probably wondering for my homepage. My homepage is on all of my stores is literally just a contact form. That is it. No one's looking at the homepage. They're clicking the link. They're either buying or they're not. It doesn't matter. So there's a lot of different stuff you can use here, and there's different ways you can go about it. But this is the main bit of my store. This is basically how I do it every single time. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was very beneficial for you. Now, I do just want to quickly go back over the Discord, because this weekend, this Saturday at 10 p.m. GMT, we've got a Facebook ad expert coming in for around an hour. He's going to answer all of your questions completely for free, of course. Anyone can join. It's going to be amazing. We did one of these last Saturday with a general ecom expert. We had about 70 or 80 people live the entire time. So guys, this is not one to miss. This Discord is a great community to join anyway, but you definitely want to join it for this Saturday. If you join now, you can get alerts, stuff like that. So I'd highly recommend you do that. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video. This was a bit of a longer video than I usually do. And if there's anything you want me to go more in depth in, or you got any questions, go in the Discord, go in the chat, just ask me, just say, hey Josh, can you clear this up? And I will definitely get back to you. I answer everyone in the Discord. So go ahead, join. It's a great community. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one. Keep hustling. Peace.